Hello, Cruising World. Mick the Suit Guy with you. It's Monday. Monday is Tips Day. Now, you may notice a slightly different camera look today. I'm going back to my old Canon. I bought this thing, this Sony, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe it's user error. I don't know. But it just keeps dying on me. Brand new batteries, brand new camera. It won't record. It will go like 10 minutes and then just stop recording. I've tried everything. I've checked the settings. I've checked YouTube, everything. So if anybody knows about how to stop this damn thing from cutting out on me, email me. My email's coming up at the end. Because potentially it's a very nice camera. Reality is a load of rubbish. Sony. Canon boy. All right, so this week I'm very excited. I have some tips from Lisa on Holland, America. Now, I've not cruised Holland, America, so I won't be able to do much commenting on these, but we're going to split this into 2 weeks. Lots of small paragraphs by the look of it. As always, I've not read these. I probably should have read this one and done some research because I could maybe have had some answers if there are any questions, but we're going to do what we can. So anyway, let's get on with this. Looks like some pros and cons, or just some notes on a first cruise on Holland, America. Lisa says, recently went on our first Holland America cruise on Zaandam, departing from San Diego. Zaandam was built in 2000, 1,432 guests. That's a small ship. 781 feet in length, 105.8 feet in width. I mean, that's about 2/3 the size of Carnival Paradise. I think I was looking at that the other day because we're going on the Norwegian Star, and that has 2,300 passengers. And so I looked as a comparison, and the Paradise was 2,100. I don't know. By the way, if you hear some annoying cat meowing in the background, Portman is trying to get in the room, but I'm not letting her in today. But a very small ship. Interesting. Most of our 30 cruises have been on Carnival, same as me. Most of mine have been on Carnival, but we are branching out. I need to go on a Holland America cruise so I can give more information like this. This way, tips like this are very helpful for me as much as everybody else, because I learn all the time. Here are some thoughts and observations. Shut up, cat. That's my thought and observation right now. Holland America is part of the Carnival Corporation, so we got our shareholder onboard credit through the Stock Perks app. Very important to know if you have 100 shares of Carnival Corporation, not Carnival Cruise Line, Carnival Corporation. You can get onboard credit with the Stock Perks app on all of the cruise lines within that. That includes Princess, Holland America, and others. So if you have shares of Carnival Corporation, check what cruise lines that covers, and if you are cruising on them, you might be able to get onboard credit. It won't give you the onboard credit, say, if you have a casino offer typically, because you're already getting a great offer. But if you book under a regular offer, you're going to get, depending on the length of the cruise, X amount of onboard credit. The longer the cruise, the more the onboard credit. You use an app called Stock Perks. Very simple. You just download the app on your phone. And I've got a video on this, so you can look it up. You just basically enter your statement to show you have the shares, and then you apply. Give them the booking number, name, and everything. It takes them 2 or 3 days. They'll come back to you and confirm that you have been approved and that the onboard credit has been added to your booking. It's a wonderful thing, especially if you're like me and you book your shares on Carnival Corporation at a very low rate. I think we have about 1,900 shares, I think it is, an average of $10 a share, and now it's worth double that. So, we did all right. But yes, make sure you do that, and make sure you get the Stock Perks app. And as I said, I have a video on that. As it was our first HAL, H-A-L, Holland America Line cruise, we purchased a Have It All plan, which included $100 per person shore excursion credit, 1 specialty dining per person, signature beverage package, and surf Wi-Fi package. Something to note is that the beverage package is 15 total drinks per day, including coffee, sodas, and canned water. I'm assuming that there's coffee, sodas, and canned water are on top. It's 15 alcoholic drinks. So if you could confirm that in the comments, Lisa, I would appreciate it, because it sounds very similar to Carnival. Yeah. I'm assuming that's 15 alcoholic drinks, and then you can also get coffee, sodas, and canned water. I'd be surprised if soda counted as one of your drinks, but I could be wrong. When Mick booked the cruise for us, we learned that to choose your cabin in advance, you must purchase their Club Orange. I don't think that's true. I think the Club Orange is kind of like the faster to the fun. I think a lot of the cabin options on these cruise lines are guaranteed, but there are definitely cabins you can pick without doing the Club Orange. Correct me if I am wrong on that one. I am fussy about our cabin location, so we pay the $25 per person per day. It is similar to Carnival's Faster to the Fun, but has more offerings. The list of all inclusions is listed on the HAL Holland America Line website. Many of the passengers in that cruise Facebook group were still waiting for a cabin assignment up to 3 days before embarkation. And I think that goes back to what I was saying. There are a lot of options that are guaranteed, a lot more than on a lot of cruise lines. But you can definitely book your cabin in advance, you just pay more. So I think you'll probably find that with the Club Orange, it actually ended up being about the same price, if not cheaper, to have it with all the Faster to the Fun benefits and have the cabin assigned to you. Again, correct me if I am wrong, but I believe that to be the case. We booked this cruise when its itinerary was California coastal, Ensenada, Santa Barbara, and an overnight in San Francisco. Shortly before the final payment was due, it was changed, as cruise lines do a lot, to the Mexican Riviera. We could have cancelled with no penalty, but decided to stay with it. Because port fees were much less for Mexico, we each received a refund as refundable on-board credit. And I, for one, am glad you kept the cruise, because now I get to learn some stuff about Holland America. Yeah, that does suck. I mean, Ensenada, we go there a lot. You've probably been there a lot. Santa Barbara is not a very common stop, and overnight in San Francisco is very nice. But yeah, Mexican Riviera, we've all, well, if you're on the West Coast, you've almost certainly, and you cruise, you've almost certainly done that probably multiple times. I did it in May. So we've done that a lot, but it's nice to experience a different cruise line and how they approach it, I would think. We had an interior cabin on deck 2. It felt very spacious and has a lot of storage. 4 closets. That is a lot for an interior cabin. I know we have a cruise coming up on Norwegian, and I believe there's only 2. So yeah, 4 is good. Plus drawers and shelves. Its location was good, as dining room is on deck 4, promenade is on deck 5, Lido on deck 8. It was very easy to move around the ship. Because of its age, there is still only 1 US outlet and 1 European outlet at the desk area in the cabin. We used a 15-foot extension cable to have electricity at the head of the bed. What we did is we got a couple of power packs. This is my phone, but it's a very similar size, a bit thicker. And then we charge that up and we put a couple of USB cords. And I'm assuming you're talking about charging your phones over. Sometimes for me, an extension cord is a little bit cumbersome and takes up a little bit more space than I would like it to. But yes, in the older ships all around the fleets of every cruise line, the power is going to be an issue. Again, we're doing the Norwegian cruise coming up. We're on Norwegian Star, and I did notice in those cabins, looks like there is a British power, European, and American in each cabin, by the look of it. I'll be taking a lot of video on that cruise. In fact, by the time you watch this video, I'll have been on that cruise, and I'll be prepping a lot of video from that cruise. A few things to note. We'll do a couple of these, then we'll finish up next week. Our San Diego embarkation was fantastic. Yes, I agree. I lived there for 22 years, so I know the area very, very well. San Diego, it can be difficult if you're coming in from out of town. You have to go through the downtown, what they call the gas lamp district, to get there pretty much. And that traffic can be a bit much. But if you're flying in and you're going to the gas lamp, the airport is just off basically to the side of the port, not very far at all. And it's very easy to come in and get your hotel. Very, very easy. Very easy. It was easy to be dropped at the port, and we zoomed through its embarkation process. Holland America uses its Navigator app for digital embarkation, which is great. I love digital embarkation. I wish more lines would use that. The Navigator app is useful before you join the ship. Onboard activities were shown on the app about a week before the cruise. And I love that too. It's so good being able to go before you cruise and have a look and see what's happening. I think Carnival is about the only cruise line that doesn't do that right now. I think all the other cruise lines pretty much, you can go on the app a week or two, if not more, before the cruise and see the lineup, see what's happening. Now, they will probably make some changes, but it gives you an idea. Like, one big one for me is I like to see who the comedians are. So now I have to get on board. I either have to stand by the comedy club and wait for the screen to turn around before I can see who's on, and that only gives me the first part of the cruise if I'm on a 7-day cruise, or I have to log into the hub when I get on board, which means I need my folio number, and you don't have that on your boarding pass. It's just a hassle. So I do wish that Carnival would do that. That's one big thing that I would have. So yeah, so get the app, and whatever cruise line you're on, I strongly remember downloading whatever app they use. I think that's very important, and use it. I know some people want to switch off for the week. They want to go dark or whatever they want to call it. But there's so much information and so much help to be had from all of these apps on every cruise line. It will make your cruise better. I almost guarantee it. So definitely download those apps. So that's just a few notes for week 1 of what Lisa and Rob, Lisa pretty much wrote these, I'm pretty sure, on Holland, America. Put your thoughts in the comments. We'll have week 2 next week. There's several more to go over. But give me your comments on what you thought about cruising Holland, America, your likes and dislikes, or even better, email me yours. I will use them in an episode on this camera, not this rubbish. Unless I can work out how to fix it. It is probably user error. But for whatever reason, every now and then it will do a whole video, and then it just, I don't know if it's a bad batteries or I don't know. But anyway, what a waste of money that was. Tax write-off, that's all I can say. So yeah, if you like that, subscribe. If you didn't like it, still subscribe. Whatever. Just take pity on me. If you hit that bell, you'll get notification when these videos come out. And also, send me yours. Send me your tips. Send me your pros and cons. If you've been on a cruise recently, tell me what you liked. Tell me what you didn't like about that cruise. I will definitely use it in one of these. My email is coming up at the end. If you have general tips on cruising, do those as well. And if you have any questions, email me. If I don't know the answer, I know people that do, and I will find out for you and get back to you, I promise. Week 2 next week. With that, I feel kind of nice back to the Canon. Bit upset because I did a lot of research in this damn camera, but whatever. I will see you later, Cruising World. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget, subscribe, hit that bell, and you'll get notifications when new videos come out. And don't forget, click on the links to the left and right of me. You can watch playlists, new video suggestions, and more. Any questions? Email me, cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. And don't forget, I'm a travel agent. Email for help.